Peter Schiff is a well-known investor, financial commentator, and author who has made daring economic predictions for decades. Schiff issues a serious warning about the current state of the economy and its potential influence on our financial future in his most recent message. In this video, we'll talk about a recent statement from renowned economist Peter Schiff. This video is for you if you want to understand more about the economy and how it might affect you and your family. We'll go over everything Schiff stated in his message, from the status of the stock market to the threats of inflation, so stay tuned until the end. Schiff has recently discussed the state of the economy and its potential impact on the financial future of the United States. He warns that we are currently facing a significant economic crisis, which could get worse before it gets better. He highlights the state of the stock market as a major concern, pointing out that it is currently in a bubble that is likely to burst. He notes that many stocks are trading at high valuations despite their earnings not justifying these prices, and that low interest rates are propping up companies. Another significant concern for Schiff is the risk of inflation, which he believes has been created by recent stimulus packages and government spending. He warns that this inflationary pressure could lead to higher prices for goods and services and hurt consumers already struggling to make ends meet. Schiff also highlighted the significant debt crisis facing the United States, with the national debt currently over $28 trillion and growing. He warns that the Federal Reserve's unprecedented money printing is only making this debt problem worse. Finally, Schiff warns of a currency crisis, with the value of the dollar in jeopardy as other countries seek to move away from it as the world's reserve currency. Overall, Schiff's message is a serious one, and individuals and businesses must take proactive steps to prepare for the challenges ahead. Schiff argues that the United States has lost its status as a global economic superpower, and this could have serious implications for our financial future. So, what does Schiff recommend for investors and consumers in light of these risks? According to him, the best thing to do is to invest in gold and other precious metals. He believes that these assets will hold their value even if the economy takes a turn for the worse, and they can provide a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. Schiff also recommends that consumers take steps to protect their finances, such as paying down debt, living below their means, and investing in assets that will hold their value over time. Additionally, he advises investors to be cautious when it comes to the stock market and to be prepared for a potential crash in the near future. The United States economy has been in a state of flux over the past few years, and the COVID-19 pandemic has only exacerbated the situation. The pandemic has caused widespread job losses, business closures, and economic uncertainty, and the government has responded with unprecedented stimulus packages and monetary policies. One of the key players in the response to the pandemic has been the Federal Reserve, which has taken numerous steps to stabilize the economy and provide support to individuals and businesses. One of the Fed's primary tools has been its monetary policy, which has included interest rate cuts, quantitative easing, and other measures. Interest rates are an important component of the Fed's monetary policy, and they have been at historic lows since the outbreak of the pandemic. The Fed has reduced interest rates to zero in an effort to boost borrowing and investment, and it has indicated that rates will remain low for the foreseeable future. This approach has aided in keeping borrowing costs low for firms and individuals, hence supporting economic activity. The Fed has also utilized quantitative easing to help the economy. The Fed purchases enormous quantities of government bonds and other assets in order to pump liquidity into the financial system. This policy has helped to keep interest rates low and credit available to businesses and consumers. Another important policy that the Fed has implemented is the Main Street Lending Program. This program is designed to provide loans to small and medium-sized businesses that are struggling due to the pandemic. The program offers low-interest loans to businesses that meet certain criteria, and it has helped to provide much-needed support to struggling businesses. Despite these efforts, there are still many challenges facing the U.S. economy. One of the biggest challenges is the high level of unemployment. While the unemployment rate has come down from its peak in 2020, it is still well above pre-pandemic levels. This has created a significant amount of financial stress for individuals and families, and it has also impacted businesses that are struggling to find workers. Another challenge facing the U.S. economy is inflation. As mentioned earlier, Peter Schiff has warned about the risk of inflation due to the government stimulus packages and monetary policies. While the Fed has signaled that it believes inflation will be transitory and will eventually come back down to more normal levels, There is still concern among some economists that inflation could persist for longer than expected. Finally, there is the ongoing issue of the U.S. national debt. As Schiff has pointed out, the national debt is currently over $28 trillion and growing rapidly. This debt poses a significant risk to the U.S. economy, as it could lead to higher interest rates and reduced investment in the future. The Fed has taken steps to address this issue by keeping interest rates low and implementing policies to stimulate economic growth, but it remains a significant challenge. The American economy, on the other hand, is experiencing a variety of obstacles as a result of the pandemic and other circumstances. The Federal Reserve has taken various efforts to help the economy and businesses and consumers, but there are still many risks and uncertainties ahead. Individuals and businesses must pay close attention to the economic situation and take appropriate measures to safeguard themselves. There are steps that may be taken to weather the storm and come out on the other side, whether it's investing in gold and other precious metals, paying down debt, or seeking out government assistance programs. Peter Schiff has been an outspoken critic of the government's approach to the pandemic and its economic impact. He has argued that the government stimulus packages and monetary policies are unsustainable and will lead to long-term economic damage. In particular, Schiff has warned about the risk of inflation and the impact it could have on individuals and businesses. He has pointed out that the government stimulus packages have led to a significant increase in the money supply, which could fuel inflation in the future. Schiff has argued that the government cannot continue to print money indefinitely without consequences, and that inflation will eventually erode the value of the U.S. dollar and lead to higher prices for goods and services. While the Federal Reserve has taken steps to address inflation concerns, such as tightening monetary policy and raising interest rates, Schiff believes that these efforts will not be enough. He has argued that the government must take more drastic steps to address the underlying issues in the economy, such as reducing spending and cutting the national debt. Another concern that Schiff has raised is the impact of the pandemic on the U.S. dollar as a global reserve currency. The U.S. dollar has long been the dominant currency in international trade and finance, but Schiff believes that this position is at risk due to the government's response to the pandemic and its impact on the economy. He has argued that other countries, such as China, are working to challenge the dominance of the U.S. dollar and that the government must take steps to protect its position. Overall, Peter Schiff's message about the economy is a serious one, and it is important for individuals and businesses to pay attention to his warnings. While there is no one-size-fits-all solution to the challenges facing the U.S. economy, there are steps that can be taken to mitigate the risks and protect against economic uncertainty. Whether it's investing in precious metals, diversifying investments, or seeking out government support programs, individuals and businesses must take proactive steps to prepare for the future. By staying informed and taking action, we can navigate the challenges ahead and emerge stronger on the other side. Well, this concludes everything about today's topic. Let us know your opinions and questions in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And for more interesting videos like this, subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.